Alright, today for our lesson we're going to go over just a little video and I'm going to be doing the worksheet down here and explaining it. So, the first thing we're going to go over is the team organizes soccer balls into 2 rows of 5. So right here I have my 2 rows and my 5 in each row. Then the coach adds 3 rows of 5 soccer balls. So I have one array here and my second array here of my 3 rows, and again 5 soccer balls in each. So now we need to complete the equation to describe the total array. So I'm taking my 2 arrays and I'm going to combine them into one big array. But first, I have my 5 plus 5, so my first row and my second row right here. And then my 3 rows over here, 5 plus 5 plus 5, can be connected. So I can draw arrows if it helps connect them. So my first row, 5 plus 5 is my repeated addition. My next array is going to be 3 5s for my 3 rows. Which, if we skip count with our 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, we know our total is 25 soccer balls. So now we're going to change this, and I'm going to draw an arrow to help me bring it down. Here I have 1, 2, 2 5s, plus 1, 2, 3 5s. So how many total 5s do I have? Let's see. 2 plus 3 gives me 5 5s. So I have 5 rows of 5. So now we need to do a multiplication sentence. So this always describes how many in each row. My first one always describes how many rows. So let's see, what is our total number of rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know if I skip count to my 5th finger by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, 25 soccer balls total. So now we're going to go down here into our problem. So we see we have, what we're doing is we're taking 2 arrays and we're making it 1. So let's first go over here. My 5 times 2, if I count by 5s to the second finger, 5, 10. And if I count by my 2s to my second finger, 2, 4. Because as we can see in this array, our first array, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows. How many in each row? 2. So we have this multiplication sentence for our first array. Now our second array, we have 1, 2 rows, 2 in each row, which gives us 2 times 2 and a total of 4 circles. So now we want to add our first array plus our second array, which will give us a total of 14. So now we know 10 plus 4, our total is 14, and over here, this is going to be my final multiplication sentence for my new array. So this number is always how many in each row. But now what is our new total of how many rows we have? So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this has a lot more steps than anything else. So now I can look up here. I have the same one. 7 times 2, 7 rows. 2 in each row gives us our total of 14 circles. So now let's go over here. I have my full new array is my 10 rows times 2. So now we want to solve for 9 times 2. So now we're going to be the ones dividing our new array. So our 10 times 2 shows the total. So let's count by 2 to our 10th finger, or we can count by 2s as we go down the rows. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. But I'm solving for 9 times 2. I'm not solving for 10 times 2, so I'm going to have to take away a row. So we have to take away 1 row. So 1 times 2 is 2. So this is my total of my 2 arrays, but I just want the total of this array. So I'm going to take my total of 20, subtract my one array of 2, which gives us the total of 18. So now we want to know, what is 9 times 2? Let's count by 2's to our 9th row. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So 9 times 2 is 18. So they're just showing, if you're not comfortable yet with 9 times 2, you can say 10 times 2 and always take away the last row, which will give us 9 rows and 2 in each of them. So now we're going to go over our other sheet, just a few more problems. So let's put that there and take this one out. So now we're going to go over we'll just go over number 5. Oh no, we're going to go over 4 and 5. So Matthew organizes his baseball cards in 4 rows of 3. Draw an array that represents Matthew's cards using an X to show each card. So I need my 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many in each row? 3. So now I have 1, 2, 3. Solve the equation to find Matthew's total number of cards. So that shows that we have 4 rows times 3 in each row. So this will show our total. So I'm going to count by 3's. I'm going to count by 4's to my 3rd finger. So I'm going to go 4, 8, 12. Or we can count by 3's to our 4th finger. 3, 6, 9, 12. So now Matthew adds 2 more rows. Use circles to show his new cards on the array in problem 4a. So now we need to add some more circles as rows. So I wrote pretty big, so I'm going to quick rewrite this and then add my circles. So it says 2 more rows. So I have my 2 more rows added, and remember it's 3 in each. So now this is my new array. So this is the original, and this is what he's added. So now we need to write and solve a multiplication equation to represent the circles that we have added. So I know that I added 2 rows times how many in each row? 3. So if I count by 2's to my 3rd finger, 2, 4, 6. Or we can count by 3's to our 2nd finger, 3, 6. So I added a 6 total of new cards. So now we want to add the totals from the equations. So I have my total of 12 from my top array. And now I have my total of 6 from my new array. 12 plus 6 is 18. Let's just double check. I'm going to start at 12 and go up by 6. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that is correct. And now they want us to write a new multiplication problem showing the total number of cards. So remember, if I'm going to add a new array, multiplication problem for the array, I need to count all of the rows now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Times how many in each row? 1, 2, 3. 6 times 3. So I'm going to count by 3's to my 6th finger because that's what we're most comfortable with, counting by our 3's. So I'm going to go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So the new total number of cards is 18 cards for Matthew. All right, and today we're going to be going over, instead of IXL standards for math, we're going to be going over a worksheet on Edmodo, just going over how we're going to take one array and we are going to add another array. So now we have to do new problems by figuring out the new array. So we take 2 arrays, make them into 1. What's going to be our new multiplication problem? All right, thank you and have a good rest of your day.